Sure. So I got involved with Operation Smile back in 2006. I'd actually heard about a very interesting job through a friend of mine. It was the mission coordinator position. I worked out of our headquarters in Norfolk, Virginia for 1 year. Went on missions in Peru, Kenya, Cambodia, and China during that first year. And then the opportunity came about. We were opening up a regional office in Hanoi, Vietnam. And myself and another coordinator, mission coordinator, applied for the regional program coordinator position. And a year after I moved to Norfolk, Virginia, I then got the opportunity to move to Hanoi, Vietnam, and help open up that regional office. So I'd actually say that you'd have to look at Vietnam 25 years ago, and because that's where you'll see a major difference between, there were no real international NGOs on the ground 25 years ago. Operation Smile was the first one to go back in after the Vietnam War. When you have a medical mission, some say it might look like you're flying in and flying out, but actually we're bringing experienced doctors from all over the world, not just the US or the UK, all over the world, to work hand in hand with the local doctors. And throughout 25 years, that education that's passed back and forth between those medical professionals, you can't measure that. So 7 years ago, you can see a change from 2007 to now, 2014. But really, you have to look at the bigger picture and see all the work that had been done up to 25 years where we just were. And you can see that these medical professionals have grown and the infrastructure has grown immensely. And I have no doubt that Operation Smile is a major part of that. I mean, it's incredible. The supporters that we have in the UK are, they're very intelligent. They want to know what we're doing on the ground. They want to be informed about our projects. And they do a lot of background into looking into Operation Smile before they donate, and we appreciate that. And it means a lot that they entrust us with their donations to do the work that we do. And we try to meet that expectation every day. The materials that we send to donors within the UK are much different than materials that we would send in other countries because they do want to have that information. So, in the countries that we've been in for a long time, and even countries that we go to for the first time with good infrastructure, we're lucky because when we leave, we know people will be there to take care of these children. So, especially in a country like Vietnam, where we have great partnerships with these hospitals, actually surgeries are ongoing within Hanoi for patients that were screened right now. So we did 116 surgeries in Hanoi while we were there, and they've probably done 20 or 30 surgeries since then for patients that weren't able to receive surgery after a lot of volunteers left. Now, on most missions, especially in a country like Vietnam, 70% of the medical volunteers are from that country. So when you go to a mission in Vietnam, you will see more Vietnamese faces than you will see faces from other countries. And they are incredible medical professionals. They're some of the best surgeons in the world that we work with. And when we leave, they're staying. And they have a lot of stake with these children. And they're the ones with the partnerships with the government. In a country like Vietnam, that is still a communist government, they're very much involved with what we do. So we've developed a strategy where we're trying to eradicate the backlog of patients in about 8 countries around the world. And these are countries we've identified who either we've been to for a long time, like Vietnam, or a country like Cambodia where the population is not that large, but we're having trouble finding those patients that haven't come out to receive surgery. We want to get rid of that backlog so we can take care of the patients that are being born. So on behalf of Operation Smile here in the UK, I just want to reach out to everyone and thank you so much for your support. We don't get any government funding here at Operation Smile, so each individual donation, each person who participates in anything that we do to help support Operation Smile is hugely beneficial for us. So I just want to thank you so much for everything that you do.